talking about tattoo on my ring finger. Like, I got music tattooed on my ring finger. That's like you know, only thing I can turn to, only person I can talk to, for real. That's why I trust my music, you know. But yeah, like that's what this song about. Like, you know, just making that commitment to my music. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Every hip hop head, every nigga that do music out there gonna understand where I'm coming from. You know what I mean?
She got plans to take me around the world. She been waiting patient to be my girl. She know a lot of people do play me, and music always been my first lady. So will you marry me? Will you marry me? Music, will you marry me? So will you marry me? Will you marry me? Music, will you marry me? I bet you didn't know I had a crush on you at the age of 13. And at the age of 14, shit, I had to try you. That's when my confidence grew at 16. I knew I can do you. On the bench with my whole crew, with a tape recorder, rapping to the newest instrumental. Me and my cousin White, the homie Dantes. And when time passed, we became family. Thanks to Uncle Fresh and your cousin Ponzi. We thought we was the new thugs and harmony. We let our braids go. Shout out to Dave and Chico. Squeeze showed me how to really rap slow. I paced myself, then I learned myself, but I still didn't have confidence in myself. I wasn't sure that's what I wanna do. And as a young man, the streets I turned to, I met a young lady by the name of Marijuana. First time I hit her, I knew I wasn't gonna. She brought me that dough and came back with more, and I left music behind. But now I know that she's the one for me. She got plans to take me around the world. She been waiting patient to be my girl. She know a lot of people do play me, and music always been my first lady. So will you marry me? Will you marry me? Music, will you marry me? So will you marry me? Will you marry me? Music, will you marry me? To death do us part, you have my heart, and I will promise you this right here before we start. I would never ever play you, never leave you again for a lady, never turn my back on my lady. For the streets you never play me, so have my baby. And if we had a daughter, it'd be rock and roll, and if we had twins, it'd be R&B though. I'm from the streets that we call hard knocks, where every young nigga tatted up like they pop. And if you got sick, you got your chronic from the doc. I had a Chucky die when Bushman got shot. Chuck was Ghostface and I was Raekwon. You couldn't tell the shit from the shit we had on. And pussy is one hell of a drug, and have you losing sight of the things you love. And I can't lose sight of where I'm going. My mama told me, boy, you was a poet, and music always been my closest homie. And now I know she can't keep a secret. She gon' share it with the world, but I trust her as my girl and that's music. She got plans to take me around the world. She been waiting patient to be my girl. She know a lot of people do play me, and music always been my first lady. So will you marry me? Will you marry me? Music, will you marry me? So will you marry me? Will you marry me? Music, will you marry me? She got plans to take me around the world. She been waiting patient to be my girl. She know a lot of people do play me, and music always been my first lady. Music, will you marry me? Music, will you marry me?